Good evening. This is The Alive for myself. It is 9:48 p.m. It is whole Tuesday evening, the August 30th. We've got one more day of August, folks. We enter the month of September, the month of beauty, and the beginning. Here we go into fall. I always call it the kickoff into football season. Gonna get some football. Wow! Well, we're just getting through Hurricane Irene. I believe there's 20 lives lost. My condolences to the families. Now on to the people who decided that it was God's will. Hello, Bachman. Hello, Mr. Beck. It was interesting that the first words out of your mouth is, so happy this happened that maybe the American people might know and learn something from this. Yes, we did learn something from this, Bachman and Beck. You're both butt heads, the capital B. Sorry to use that word. It's probably just immature. Not very lighthearted either. But to stand there when people are going through such disaster and heartbreak, and to say that God brought this upon them so then they will learn how to hoard food and to get on their knees and learn how to appreciate things, it just amazed me. Amazed a lot of people, actually. I wasn't the only one. I cannot center myself away from the crowd. But I will say that your choice of holier-than-thou attitude and judgment lent a great hand. As for you, Miss Bachman, sorry, trying to remember your name because, after all, I'm running for the President of the United States, aren't you? That's right, you are. Even though you dashed every question that was presented to you, that you did, every reporter heard it, that you slammed every gay person in the United States, probably the world, and managed to put that over here and then act like a wet brain here. But I'm running for the President of the United States and pretend like it never happened. And then you come over here and say that God brought this upon the American people on Hurricane Irene. I'm looking at you in the eye. I know you can't look many in the eye because you've got to be the biggest airhead politician up to date that I've heard. And this is coming from another woman. You don't have to take me as anything. I don't respect you. I don't have to respect you. Of course, I don't even know where the heck you came from. Maybe it doesn't matter. But take my word for it, madam. You're not going to be running. And if you run, you'll be running from the podium because, madam, anybody who tells a group of people who are drowning that God brought this upon them doesn't know what a God is and doesn't have a merciful bone in her body. Now that I've said that and have insulted you and talked down to you as best I can, get out of my face. Back. Hi. You've got the poorest taste of any male I have ever heard in my life. I came from a Mormon family, sir. It surprised everybody now. I'm married to a Jew, but I'm LDS. You came into the LDS religion at a later date in your life. Some say that you got there on your own ulterior motives. I believe that, sir. I believe that you're just nothing but a charlatan. I believe also that you get there and you go there for your own money reasons. I believe the women in your audience are there just to be there. I think you borrow them from our churches. May I suggest, Mr. Beck, that you go back to wherever you came from. Yeah, we do store food, but not for Armageddon. We do store it for emergencies. But we sure have never proselytized like this, and never do we go and say that God is showing us this because of this. Never. I don't know who's taught you anything, or why, or that God is vengeful. Not the God I know, or that I came to know, but you, sir, are vile. I don't know who you know, or what you think you know. All I know is that you hate a lot of people. A lot of people. I could go on, Mr. Beck, but you know what? I don't think I have to. I just think that you're inaccurate most of the time, about 98% of the time. You don't know anything about your religion. You know nothing about people. And you, Mr. Beck, talked out through your ass. Now, on to the real news. I don't know if the people are going to be helped or not. I've heard rumors that they are going to send some people out there to help you. I still remember Katrina. That was so devastating. I remember wondering, I didn't live there. And I've never lived in New Orleans. But I remember after a while, many of us wondered if it wasn't a form of genocide. I remember that. I remember it well. I remember a lot of rumors. I remember a lot of ugly, ugly thoughts. It was a nightmare for many. It is the hurricane season. I want people out there to think of that. I want all of us to think of what we come from and where we come from. And these people are human, and to reach out your hands to them and bring them up. If you have extra food, share your food with them. If you got a warm place for them to stay, let them stay with you. I don't think they'll steal from you. And if they do, it's called dial the police. It is really an awful time right now that we're going through. We are in a major recession. I'm not blaming it on my President of the United States. I'm very fond of him. I don't know what happened, but I do know what happened. What happened to all of us. Maybe we became too selfish. Maybe we became too, hateful. But I do know that we have a lot of people out there with a lot of opinions. Maybe I'm just one of them. I probably am. But I do know that we need to start caring more about each other. We need to bring family back into the home. We need to care about mother center, and start bringing our children back to heart and bringing the family back together. On that note, I'll say goodnight. This is the Alive for Myself. You have a great evening. Good night. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Signing off.